Game Hydro. Have more fun. Hey, it's Game Hydro. We're doing a video about DC Worlds Collide today. We're going to share the top tips, tricks, cheats, whatnot that will help you succeed in the game. And it's going to be all killer, no filler, as some 41 said back in the day. Not going to go over any time wasters. Only going to go over the stuff that is useful to you. We even edited this time, which is a pretty big step for us. Okay. All right, here we go. First, we're going to talk about re-rolling because the game doesn't necessarily make it super easy to re-roll, but if you are hardcore, you probably may want to re-roll for better draws in the initial period of the game right after the tutorial. So you can see it really doesn't matter. You can sign up for the WB Games account. You can delete the account, etc., but it really doesn't matter if you have one or not because the account is tied to your game center. If you're using an iOS device or whatever the equivalent is on Android, etc., devices. So basically, if you want to re-roll, the way to do so is to disconnect Game Center, log out, or I think it's Google Play for Android devices, log out of that. Delete DC Worlds Collide, reinstall it. If you have a WB Games login, don't log into it. Go through the tutorial again until you get to the point where you can draw 10 from the mother box. Do your draw of 10. If you don't like what you got, delete the game again and then reinstall it again. If you do like what you have, then just turn your Game Center or Google Play back on to lock it in. So when you re-roll, who do you want to get? First of all, what you don't want to do is you don't want to get any of the ones that are guaranteed in events right now. So you don't want Constantine because he's guaranteed on the 7th day of play. And right now, with this event, you don't want Superman because he's guaranteed as a pity pull after 30. Or Superman DCU because of him being part of that event right now. But you don't want anybody who's part of any one of these events. So the main ones that you want to try to pull for, as an attacker, you want to pull for Wonder Woman. She's the strongest of the attackers due to having killer area of effect attacks, especially. For tanks, you want Lex Luthor. He is the absolute king of the tanks. For support types, you want Zatanna because she grants lifesteal to everybody, which is awesome. And you want Kid Flash because he's an absolutely overpowered healer. So any one of those two and you are golden. So that's who you want if you are trying to re-roll. There's a ton of different currencies in DC Worlds Collide, and the game will tell you exactly where you need to go in order to get them. So in order to figure out where you need to go, tap on the currency you need. Titanium arguably is the most important one. So we're going to try leveling up and ascending. Not enough titanium. And as you can see, it will tell you exactly where to get more titanium. Now, over in the reinforcement area, I need nth metal fragments. I don't have them. Where do I get them? Here. Same thing for pretty much anything else you might need in this game, whether it's a currency, a box, things like that. If you don't have it and you need it, then tap on the icon to figure out where to get it. Same thing for quite literally anything that is inside your pack. For example, I've got super encrypted tokens. This is the source of them. Convergence, daily pack, system recovery, elite character chest. That's where you can get them. 8-hour coin supply. That's where you can get those. It even will tell you where you can get various fragments and things like that. Some things are not sourced, like the silver L sigil. That means that they only show up in limited time events. All right, we're going to talk about character building and team building first, and leveling up your characters, which doing this in an efficient and smart way is absolutely the most important part of getting farther faster in this game and succeeding quickly. And you need to beat the standard quest levels, of course, in order to unlock everything else that's good. All right, so your main focus should be on your top 5 heroes. In the main quest, the top 5 heroes are the ones you're going to want to use. Now, you want to use a good mix of different alignments over here. Red, blue, and green you want to mix up. You also want to mix up attackers, tanks, and support types, which are denoted by the cross there. For other stages, though, you're going to use more specific types of heroes, which is where this comes in. On the left side, you see where it says Level Link Matrix. So what Level Link Matrix does is it improves a certain character's level to the level of your 5th highest leveled character. So right now, my 5th highest leveled character is Cheetah. So everybody who's currently in the Level Link Matrix is leveled up to the same level as Cheetah, which is 40. And I don't have to put out any experience, any coins, or any titanium for it. So you are going to want to put characters in here who can help you beat certain other quests. Now, we're going to go over to, just to use an example, and you can do this for any number of things. We're going to go to Convergence. Let's activate one of these two. Experience for weapons and metal fragments. You know what? I'm going to activate this one, metal fragments, and I'll show you what I mean. So when it says allowed characters, only green characters are allowed. So Convergence and other similar dungeons, you're going to be switching away from your top 5. Because we can only use green characters here, I'm going to be forced to use Catwoman and whatever this one's name is, I forgot. Now, Catwoman would need to be put into the Level Link Matrix. So we're going to put Catwoman in the Level Link Matrix in order to do the Convergence when we get around to it, which will be later in the video. All right, see that? She is upgraded from level 1 to level 40. Now, do we want to unlock more slot? I'll do that later. But you definitely want to have more slots. The more slots you have in the Level Link Matrix, the better. All right, what's her name again? Huntress. Yeah, Huntress, she is already level 40, so she is primed and ready to take on that Convergence level. Now, if we improve the level of Cheetah, watch this. 41. And I'm going to level her up to 60 because why the hell not? That's when the next ascent is 60. Obviously, I don't have enough titanium for this. There's ways to go to get more titanium, which I'll go over after this. But now, everybody that's in my Level Link Matrix is level 60. Catwoman, these other ones, Huntress, whatever. My memory sucks. But the important thing is they're all level 60. And I just bought one more slot, so now I can level someone else up to level 60. I'm going to wait on that until I need somebody else for a specific quest. But that is why the Level Link Matrix is by far the most important part of training over here. Next, another tip you really want to know is character retraining. Because character retraining will let you reset somebody back to level 1 and get all of your gems, all of your titanium back, all your coins back, all that good stuff. Nobody I want to reset right now, so I'm going to do Batgirl. Hit the retrain button. It only costs 5 gems, as you can see. 5 gems is almost nothing. You get back all your experience. And if I had ascended her, I would get back all my titanium too. So if you earlier in the game had leveled and ascended a whole bunch of people with the titanium surplus, this is a good way to claw it back for the characters that you actually need. All right, the levels and the ascensions were the easy part. So how else do you optimize your either your top 5 for the main quests or whatever side characters you're trying to run for the side quests? All right, so say that we needed to power somebody up for the convergence who was a green type. I'm not going to be using Green Lantern Jessica in this case. So what am I going to do? Replace. Remove all equipment. I'm taking all the equipment away because I don't need all the equipment on Green Lantern Jessica right now. I'm going to take this dude's equipment away, Captain Cold. So replace. You hit the button, the bottom button on the left side to remove all equipment. Now all of that equipment is removed because I'm not running with them right now. And I want to give Huntress and Catwoman the equipment. Let's start with Catwoman. Auto equip. Massive, 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 massive stat boost there. We're going to scroll over to the Huntress. Auto equip. She starts off at 2646. Ends up at 3701 because of all that equipment. Obviously, when we go back to the main stages, we're going to take the equipment away from them and give it back to our top 5. And there's a few that are specific to characters that you'd never have to actually strategize. A few improvements. Number 1 is the affinities. This is not based off of who your main characters or your active characters are. This is just all of who you drew out of the gacha. And rank up is only based off of the stats of your only based off of the number of fragments for that specific hero you got. So you don't have to worry about ranking up somebody before you know if you actually want to use them heavily. So Black Canary over there, gonna rank her up or get the affinity rather. And then Mirror Master over here, even though he's not one of my top 5, I'm gonna rank him up.
Daddy, you swing me.
And then those characters are now primed for if I want to use them for the level link matrix later on. Speaking of equipment, here is an oft-forgotten part of upgrading your characters is upgrading their equipment. Now, you can only do this with green, blue, or purple equipment. I am going to upgrade this one. Hit Strengthen. All right. Now, when you're upgrading, you use equipment experience and coins in order to do so. So you're going to hit Quick Select, and you can only upgrade one level at a time, so be sure that you want to upgrade it before you actually do the upgrade. Current rating is 5876 overall for Batman, so I'm going to strengthen that chest piece 5 times. Strengthen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now be sure that's the one you actually want to upgrade because unlike with the characters, there is no way to claw back the experience that you spend on equipment. There's no way to downgrade your equipment. But look at Batman's stats. It was about 5876 before. Now it's 6079. So just upgrading one piece of equipment had that kind of an effect on it. Now, how to pick your equipment. Generally, while auto-equip usually works, sometimes you want to pick your equipment by yourself. So hit the replace button if you want to do that. Now, for attacker types, you kind of want to have more of an attack boost with your equipment. Defense +9, defense +9, attack set. Defense 102, defense 117, defense. So even if it says attack set, the primary stat will be independent of that. So helmets, they increase the attack power. Shoulder pads
increase the defense. Body sets, they increase hit points. Belts, or waist rather, increases the hit points. The whatever this is, the I guess chest piece or necklace or whatever, increases attack power. And the comms device increases attack or hit points depending on the one you pick. So yeah, if you want to increase your attack power overall, then upgrade the corresponding one. The secondary stat, though, obviously on the attack set, it's going to give you an attack bonus, which is a percentile, as well as other attack-based stats such as crit. On the crit set, obviously the main bonus will be to crit. Block set, the main bonus will be to blocking. Attack set to attacking, and then hit point set, the main bonus will be to hit points. So you kind of want your attackers to have hit point sets, and your tanks, your defenders, I think I said that wrong. Your attackers to have attack sets, and your tanks to have hit point sets or block sets. Obviously, depending on the character, you can kind of piece it up and break it down a little more, but that's kind of the general rule here. So that is how to break down equipment and what equipment you should equip on each character. Although, for 99% of battles, hitting auto-equip will be enough.
Reinforcements are an underrated part of team building, so tap on the left area to go to reinforcements. In order to unlock the next reinforcement, first you're going to need to level up your current reinforcement. After you do that, you can level it up by using both your coins and nth metal fragments, which you can get in a lot of different places. After that, if you want to unlock another reinforcement, hit the unlock button. It'll tell you what the requirements are. So the previous one has to be leveled up to a certain level, not all the way, but in this case, the bat cycle would have to be leveled up to level 90, plus you would need a special item, which in this case is the mirror fragment, which can be found in the digital universe. And the process is the same for unlocking all of the reinforcements after that one. Now for elite reinforcements, these can be unlocked via limited time events only. You hit the unlock button. It says you need Batmobile fragments to get the Batmobile. How do you get them? Limited time event. And the same thing is true for all the rest of the epic reinforcements over here. Unlock, haunted tank fragment, limited time event. One of the most expensive items that you will find in stores is decorations for the rooms of your characters. We're going to purchase one so you can kind of see what it does before you actually purchase it. All right, so we have Batgirl's room. We're going to purchase the teddy bear because we have lots of gems, which we got for free. Didn't spend anything on this game, actually. Head over to the bunks. That's where you'll find the rooms. And there is the teddy bear right there on the bed. Now, what does the teddy bear do? It doesn't really do much of anything. However, if you purchase enough decorations for the room, you will earn free diamonds, 100 free diamonds. Considering that one decoration alone cost 1,000 diamonds, questionable as to whether it is actually worth it or not. But tap on any of these blue spots to see where you can get the other ones. For example, the trophy you can get out in the digital universe. All those trophies you can. Batgirl's utility belt out in the exploration area. The Hall of Justice is where you can either join someone else's alliance or you can start your very own alliance. Lots of options you can do here. Hit the question mark box and you get a daily quiz, which earns you more rewards. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you get more people to join your league if you are the founder of a league? So what you want to do, first of all, obviously hit the in-game chat. Let's see. You have a lot of people here that are going to need a league. Put your league in here, see if you can get somebody to join them. And if your league is centered around a specific fandom, a sports team, something like that, see if a forum or a subreddit for that league may let you advertise. If you have a platform that you put media on, such as YouTube or your own website, you can try advertising on there too. Or if you got friends that play the game, try to get friends to join the league as well. And if you don't want to lead the league, then you can join someone else's league, but make sure you're in an active league in order to get the most out of it. If you made it this far, then you probably have very patiently waited for us to give you some codes, or you just skipped ahead in the video. Either way, watch the other parts of the video besides the part where we give you the codes. We actually have some really good info in here. May help you on the game plan, even if you have already entered all the available codes or have not entered any codes yet. But we're going to try the codes that are available for the game. So tap on your avatar in the top left corner and scroll down, or just tap the area that says Code Redemption. Code Redemption. All right. So we have a few codes that we have available. So we are going to try them out. All right. Code number 1. Robin WWI invalid. Harley WWI invalid. DCWC Superman invalid. Let's try it in all caps. Redeemed. There we go. How about that? Batgirl WWI invalid. Catwoman WWI invalid. Great. Only one of them worked, but that's better than none of them worked. It said it is now redeemed in the inbox. So DCWC Code Redemption, a Superman DCU frame, and 500 diamonds. That's a pretty good amount of diamonds. All right. You can also make up codes on your own based on other codes that you've seen before, or based off the pattern of codes that have previously been added to this game. For example, we already used DCWC Superman. DCWC. Let's try Batman and see what happens. Invalid. Didn't work, but either way, there are some codes that work. Look around, see what codes you can find. Keep your eyes peeled on Game Hydra. We'll give you more codes as we find valid ones that work, and we'll test them for you. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, please watch the rest of the video. If you want to see us break something down in the comments, then be sure to leave a comment. or I'm sorry, if you want to see us break something down in another video, then please leave a comment requesting that for either this game, DC Worlds Collide, or for another game. All right, later.